Hey, I am getting a new tractor.
Right.
He's just got to go just a little bigger than
Well,
me.
he was poking me earlier, you know, so, but
Well, hey there, Hobby Homesteaders. Welcome back to Peak's Peak. My name's Lucas.
And I'm Caden.
And we're sharing our hobbies on 38 acres in eastern Kentucky. And today we are in Lousiville for the National Farm Machinery Show. This is our second year coming together, but I've been coming since I was a kid to this farm show. Growing up in Indiana, we would drive down. And today, one of the things we are going to do is we're going to talk to all the people we run into about what tractor they own, what they love about it, what they hate about it, and would they buy it again if they had it to do over again. And I'm standing here next to the 4820, which is the tractor that I just bought. And I love the tractor. I'll tell you what I love the most about it is just the quality of the build. It's a big, beefy tractor with a lot of power compared to what I'm used to. Now, I'll tell you what I hate about this tractor is the design of the diff lock. The diff lock is on the same side as the hydrostat pedal, which makes it almost unusable. That's kind of a pain in the butt. But I'm going to answer the question of whether I would buy it again. Absolutely. It would be the tractor I would choose if I was going to buy one today. All right, so I'm here at the TYM booth with Hank. And Hank, I got to ask you, what tractor do you own?
So we own the 754, the 574, and the 224.
All right.
Yeah, all TWAMs.
Yeah, so pick one of those tractors. Which one's your favorite?
My go-to is the 574.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the 574, what do you love about it?
I like the cab, AC. I live in Florida.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like the AC on the cab, and the capacities,
Right.
lifting and rear end. Yeah.
Absolutely. What do you hate about it?
I hate that it doesn't have a sun visor.
Oh, okay.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
that's
I'm
easy
telling
enough.
you, yeah. So some of the conveniences are like I don't have a sun visor, and then they make the cup holder for guys that have like evidently drink 64-ounce coffee cups or something. You know what I mean? So it's got,
Me?
Yeah. It's got a really big cup holder
Right.
in it. You know, it kind of sloshes around a little bit. So minor inconveniences.
So those are all things that, you can learn to live with.
That's
so
right. Yeah,
if you were going to buy a tractor today, if you were on the market,
Yeah.
would you buy that tractor?
I would probably buy the 4058.
Okay.
I don't know if you're going to mention that in your
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
But that 4058 is their new model.
Right.
And but I mean the 574 is an awesome tractor,
Yeah.
but that 4058 is a Cadillac.
Yeah.
I mean it's a Cadillac.
Yeah, we'll definitely check that out. Of
Yeah.
course, I just got a 4820.
That's right.
I've got
Yeah, of course.
43 hours on it. And
Nice.
so
Already?
far, yeah.
Wow.
Well, I don't mess around.
Hey, listen, you ain't letting no grass grow under there, are
we
you?
put it to
Yeah,
work.
That's
but
awesome.
I love that tractor.
Yeah,
now, of
yeah.
course, all I had was a subcompact before.
Sure, yeah.
And so it was pretty easy to step up and have that horsepower. But
Yeah.
I've just been impressed with almost everything about it.
Yeah.
I did complain about a couple of things.
There you
but
go. Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
thanks a lot, Hank.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Good seeing y'all as always.
All right, guys, so I'm here with Wade. And Wade, first of all, you've got a YouTube channel too. Tell us what it is.
Sabine, River Valley.
Right, okay. Now, I'm asking everybody. So, what tractor do you own?
I have a TYM T654.
654, okay. And tell me what you love about it.
So I love the lift capacities. The cab is great. I'm in Texas and 100-degree summers, so
Yeah.
that pays off.
Right, okay.
So-
How much will that tractor lift?
It's 33.
Kind of put you on the spot there. Man,
Yeah.
that's stout.
Yeah.
That's stout.
So,
What do you hate about it?
well, I'm from a newer generation of tractor owners, and I like technology.
Yeah.
And everything in mine is mechanical.
Right.
And so my rear remotes, all of that is mechanical,
Yeah.
and I would really have loved some electronics that could kind of finesse that a little more.
Yeah.
But it's not a killer.
Right.
Right.
You see, I'm thinking maybe I'm just an old man, but to me, I'm thinking that's a positive. So
Yeah.
that's kind of the way I look at it.
Yep.
So if you were shopping for a tractor today, would you buy that tractor again?
I would probably go up to the 754.
Yeah, go up to the 750.
Just that little extra. The PTO horsepower isn't
Right.
that much more, but
Yeah.
the engine horsepower.
Right.
So for pull-in or something like that.
Okay.
So
All right, sounds good. Well, Wade, thanks a lot, man.
Sir.
Have a good time at the show.
yeah, you too. Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, I'm here with Aaron. Aaron, you've got a YouTube channel too. What's that?
Yeah, the YouTube channel is Lansing Lawn Service.
Lansing Lawn Service. Okay. Do you own a tractor?
I do. I own a Ventrac.
Awesome. Okay. So I'm asking everybody what they love about their tractor. What do you love about your Ventrac?
I love that the attachments are out front,
Yeah.
and I love that it's got a low center of gravity
For sure.
because you can take that thing on a 40-degree slope.
Yeah.
Now, don't tell Ventrac that.
Right.
You can.
That's amazing. Well, what do you hate about it?
what I hate about it is that the attachments are super expensive. They're very expensive.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah. So that's the biggest drawback to the Ventrac.
Right.
Everything
sure.
else, I enjoy it. A lot.
Well, and in the lawn care business, I'm sure it allows you to do jobs that most guys can't do.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
cool. So if you were buying again, would you buy the Ventrac?
Yeah, I would buy it again for sure.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thanks,
Yeah,
man.
thank
Enjoy
you.
the show.
Thank you.
So now I'm here with Tony, and if you don't know Tony, he's Tony's Tractor Adventure. Tony, what tractor do you own?
Well, I own the T25 and the T474.
Okay.
So I always get that question, if you had to buy one, which would you get? And because of what we do with the sawmill, I'd have to go with the T474.
Okay. So with the 474, what do you love about it?
It's compact size, but really heavy center of weight. You know, it's really low center of gravity. We use it on the farm. We harvest trees with it. We go in the woods with it, and it's still small enough I can get into places and get around. But yet I can lift a 2,000-pound log up onto my sawmill and not worry about it.
Right.
It's really robust in how it's built. It's kind of overbuilt.
Yeah.
And I always say, don't be a Tony, because I push everything to the limit.
Yeah.
But to this point, I've never broke my tractor other than what I did.
Yeah.
You can't be mad at TYM for you backing into a tree.
Right,
I mean,
right.
it's not their fault. I'm just saying.
Yeah, very similar to capacities to my 4820.
Right.
And man,
Well,
it's just a whole new world.
You're going to be a little bit more.
A little bit, but I was trying to be nice.
Yeah, no, I'm proud of you, brother. Hey, that's a fine tractor you got. I'm looking. I may even be looking in that area. At some
Honestly,
point.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
I love everything. Well, almost everything about it. I complain about a couple things.
Here's the funny thing: is the 474 is my wife's tractor. So I drive the T25 a lot.
Yeah.
But she can claim the 474.
Yeah.
If she's going to get on a tractor, she always goes and gets on the 474. Basically, because the station's open. It's pretty modern design. It's easier for her. To work. I mean, T25 is just fine.
Yeah.
But I find it funny that she likes the 474 better.
Yeah. So, what do you hate about the 474?
Gosh, this is a loaded question because, and I mean this in all honesty, I don't really hate anything about it.
That's good.
There's tractors that, there's things on the TYM that I dislike.
Yeah.
Like the little lever that you use your rear remotes for, it's under your legs. When you first get it, now my legs don't even, it knows it's there and it goes around it. But when you first get it, you hit it with your leg and you engage the rear remotes.
Yeah.
And it's a detent, so it stays on. Your tractor's making this weird noise. Like, what's going on? And it takes you a few minutes to figure out that you've done that. Well, there's things I don't like, but the reality is on the 474, it's about as close to a perfect tractor as you can get. There's going to be something that's not perfect, but after all these hours of using it, there's nothing that sticks out. When you said that question, there wasn't that thing. He goes, I don't like it.
Yeah. Well, so it sounds like probably we had the answer to our question, but if you were shopping for a tractor today, would you buy that tractor again?
That's a loaded question also, because my life has changed. So we just recently got a sawmill that'll cut a 35-inch log.
Yeah,
So,
and I know from experience that a 35-inch log is pushing it.
That's a hoss right there,
yes,
right?
my 4820 barely put my 35-inch oak on my mill.
Right now, everything prior to, if what your task is what a 474 will do, then that's the right tractor for you. I've got nothing bad to say about the 474.
I bet you're looking at the 4058 feed.
No, it's a little too big for me.
Really?
I love the tractor. It's awesome. But I don't have anything category 2. Right? So maybe that 5520.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah. He's just got to go just a little bigger than me.
He was poking me earlier, but I don't know yet. We're not committed to anything. And right now, the 474 is so close to our requirements, it's not necessary to change. And and it's one of those. It's like my favorite pair of gloves. They just fit. I know what it can do. I know what it can't do. I know where everything is at. I know where its limits are at.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to, when you get used to something like that, you go out there and you get on it and it's just going to work.
Yeah. So that sounds good. Well, Tony, man, thanks a lot. Enjoy your show.
Thank you, man.
All right, guys. So next I'm here with Ed, and Ed is a longtime viewer of the channel, good friends of all the tractor channels. And Ed, do you have a tractor?
I do not, but I am purchasing one in the next 2 months, I believe.
Right. Which one are you going to purchase?
The TYM 574 hydrostat cab.
Okay.
My wife insists I get a cab.
Yeah. So what sold you on the 574?
The size of the frame and the horsepower, because I plan to do, at least try to do a side hustle with stump grinding.
Okay.
So I want to get a stump grinder and do some with the hydraulic in the back.
Yeah.
You know, not the
Oh,
back
that'd be
and forward.
nice.
I'm not that good of a driver to go be moving the tractor back and forth.
Yeah.
But, so ideally that'll be in the cab will keep me cool in the summer and warm in the winter.
Nice. That
So-
sounds like a good choice to me.
I hope so. We're also going to get that hay setup that you have on your channel. So,
Yeah, the Max hay
the
package.
Max
It's awesome.
And the sawmill. So I can't wait. It's good to be retired.
That's awesome, man. Thanks for talking to us, man.
Thank
Enjoy
you
the
so
show.
much. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Now I'm here with Josh from Stoney Ridge Farms.
Howdy.
Hey, what tractor do you have?
Man, we've got a lot of TYM stuff on the farm. We got the TYM T1104, Massey Ferguson 240, even the Select Track electric tractor, which is no longer,
Right.
they're done.
Yeah.
Most used tractor, I'd say, is that T254.
Okay.
Not 254, 574. That's the most used.
Okay.
And then the big boy is that I call it Big T. I can't think of what size it is. 111?
Yeah.
Is what it is?
Yeah.
So
which one's your favorite?
favorite is the big one. The
Yeah.
bigger the better, right?
Right,
The
absolutely.
air ride seats.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you're living in a different world than me. I've got a 4820, which is a
Yeah.
good tractor, but you know,
Yeah.
a little bit smaller.
Well, that big tractor, and then I got an old Ford tractor that I really like. That
Okay.
open station, just country, feeling like you're at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get out
All
there
right.
and breathe the dust.
So tell me what you love about it. What's the best feature?
I'd say the air ride seat, man, more than anything.
No kidding.
Air ride seat, the comfort of a big cab tractor.
Yeah.
And then on the smaller one, that Ford, just the feel. I mean, you're out there. It's tactile, I guess
Right.
is the word for it, because everything, the wind's hitting you in the
Right.
face, the dirt, you can hear all the sounds.
That's kind of what I make myself feel better about not having a cab by saying I just like to be out in the air. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
So what do you hate about it?
What do I hate?
About the tractor?
I wouldn't say there's anything. DEF fluid. Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's it.
That's a real good one.
Yeah. So government mandated emissions.
Yeah.
Would be about the thing that I.
So would you buy it again?
Yeah. I mean, it's a value. These TYM tractors, man. TYM used to be a sponsor of the channel.
Yeah.
They're the best bang for the
Yeah.
buck from
That's
what
why I bought
I've seen.
one.
So, and the dealer network's expanding too. So
Yeah. Can't beat it.
I'm still super happy.
All right, Josh, thanks for talking to us, man.
Yeah,
It's nice to meet you.
good to see you.
Enjoy your show.
Yeah.
All right, guys, now I'm here with Evan. Evan, what kind of tractor you got?
So I got two TYM tractors, and one of them is this one right here. This is the 2515. It's one of the more popular 25 horse tractors.
Yeah.
Because it's on a large frame.
Right. Yeah, the 2515 is actually what I was shopping for when I decided to go ahead and step up to the 4820. So the 2515, I know you own more than one tractor.
Yeah.
Would you call this your go-to tractor? Is it your favorite?
Well, so one of my tractors is a cab. So it's my go-to in the winter.
Okay, yeah.
Right now. But yeah, this one is, it's easy to use, being a hydrostatic transmission. The wife can use it. And it's just easy maneuverable, gets into smaller spots. So it's definitely the one I use, I'd say, the majority of the time.
Okay. So what do you love the most about it?
Well, the size of it. It's basically a 40 horsepower tractor frame with only 25 horsepower engine. So that makes it not have the emission controls or regen. But then with that bigger frame, you get the bigger loader as well. So you have like the lift capacity of basically a 40 horsepower tractor.
Yeah, and that's really the reason I was looking at this tractor when I was shopping. So is there anything about this tractor that you hate?
I wouldn't say there's anything I hate. It has a little bit of I'll say a few downfalls.
Yeah.
So one is probably the transmission's not real, like high gears, only good on level ground.
Okay, yeah. Right.
So it gets it's a big frame, it's a lot of weight. You get the backhoe on the back, you're carrying a bunch of weight. You can tell that it doesn't like to do a lot of terrain.
So you probably got to go low gear and slow down a little bit.
Yeah, you can't you're not going to use high gear and go on a hill or something like that. But most of the time you're working, you're going to be in medium or low anyway.
So if you were shopping for a tractor today, would you buy one of these?
Oh yeah, this is definitely a good tractor, very good tractor. I've got that same 5-foot brush cutter on the back of it.
So it
works
handles
good.
the 5-footer pretty good?
Yeah, on the brush cutter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing about this tractor is it's being a smaller engine, you have smaller horsepower with that larger frame.
Yeah.
So you just can't go with huge implements on the back of it
Right.
that use the PTO.
Yeah.
You know. So 5-foot tillers ran good on it. 5-foot brush hogs ran good on it. I've had a 5-foot flail mower on it as well.
Oh, that's good.
But you're not gonna probably push it much past that.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, Evan, thanks for talking to us,
Yeah.
man. It's good to see you again, as always.
Good to
Enjoy
see
your
you.
show.
Thank you.
All right, guys, I'm here at the LS booth with CJ. CJ, what kind of tractor you got, buddy?
Well, right now I have an XR 4040. That's my original LS tractor. And then at the farm right now we have an MT 232. We tested those tractors out last year. Did a bunch of testing videos on. That was pretty neat. And then I have a MT 225S. I like to mow the yard and do small projects with that thing.
Okay, so which one of those tractors would you say is your favorite, or it's your go-to tractor?
Well, my favorite probably would be the MT 232. That's the one I spent the most time in,
Right.
and it's got a cab.
Okay.
So I'm getting spoiled by the cab right now.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to push for this one to be sent. This is MT 473. This one's got a cab, and I think it would suit the needs for my farm the best.
That's a nice machine.
Yeah.
So your MT 232, what do you love about that tractor?
It's easy to drive. I've had my 11-year-old daughter drive
Yeah.
it, so it would be perfect for a first-time buyer of a tractor.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so it's easy to operate.
What do you hate about it?
Hate about it? It's like I said, it's smaller than what I need for the jobs that I'm doing, because I'm doing hay now.
Right.
And it's a little bit undersized to run the drum mower. I got a smaller drum mower, but it's a little bit undersized.
Okay, what size bales are you making?
Well, they're the small square bales.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're square bale, and I knew that.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so if you were shopping for a tractor today, would you buy an MT 232?
I would not buy that model. I would probably go for this one behind us because, like I said, it fits the needs for my 50-acre farm better.
Yeah, I can kind of see where that was going.
Yeah.
And always you kind of get to a point where you're comfortable and you've grown into a tractor until you outgrow it, and then it's time to step up to the next one.
And you never hear somebody say, "I wish I would have bought a smaller tractor."
Yeah.
It's always bigger.
I finally got my TYM 4820. And having that extra lift capacity and all that's just made all the difference on my place.
I see the smile on your face every time you drive that thing.
I love it. I love it. CJ, man, I appreciate you talking to us.
Yep, no problem.
Yeah, enjoy your show.
Yep, you too.
Now I'm here with Mike from Triple T Acres. Mike, what kind of tractor you got, man?
I've got the LS XR 3135.
XR 3135. What horsepower is that?
It's a 35 horsepower tractor.
Okay. So, how do you like that tractor?
I love that tractor,
So, tell us a little bit about what you do with it.
So I have a third function on it with a grapple. I moving logs, clearing paths, brush hogging, tilling food plots. I mean,
all the good stuff.
Everything.
Right.
Everything. Property management for sure. Food plots and all that stuff.
What do you love about that tractor?
Honestly, when I went to buy that tractor, I didn't even know anything about tractors. I didn't know what I needed, but I had a good dealer, and he told me I needed a little bit more than what I thought I needed. So it has done everything and more. It actually surprises me every time I get on that tractor to do something. It's just amazing how much like you can pick a log up with it. I never thought I'd be able to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know what your lift capacity is on that?
I think it's around 2,100 pounds.
Yeah, that's you get over 2,000 pounds. That's pretty capable tractor.
Yeah.
That's nice to have.
Yeah.
So what do you hate about the tractor?
Regen. And it's not too bad. I mean, it doesn't do as often, because you hear some tractors go through that regen process a lot.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't seem like it does it very often, but it is kind of a pain in the butt.
Right. So. Okay, I got you. So if you were shopping today, would you buy that tractor again?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Right on.
Yeah. And if I was going to buy a new tractor, it'd probably be this one with a cab.
Yeah.
And when I first got my tractor, I knew I didn't think I wanted a cab.
Yeah.
And I know you've been through that too. Yeah. But now that all my trails are all wide and cleared out, I don't have to worry about my windshield stuff anymore. Now I want to be hot, and I want to be cool.
Yeah, I tell everybody, I want to be out and feel the elements and all that things, but I think it's just me making excuses to not spend the money.
Yeah. And that was definitely a huge factor when I was going to buy my tractor.
You're right.
But now, now that I've had it and I've experienced without it, it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, Mike, appreciate you talking to us, man. Enjoy your show.
Yep, absolutely, brother.
All right, guys, I'm here with Tim from Tractor Time with Tim. Tim, what tractor do you own?
Hey, I am getting a new tractor, and I'm not willing to say what color it is, other than it's not green.
Really?
Not green.
Well, that's exciting.
It's going to be another color, the color that we typically don't see on YouTube.
No kidding.
I'll give you a little bit of hint. It's in the 60 horsepower class. It's got a very nice cab. I'm excited about it. But you'll just have to come out and check.
All right. So how soon are we going to hear about this?
Should see it within maybe 3 to 4 weeks.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on that. So pick one of the tractors you have now. What's your favorite?
Well, I would have to say the 1025R John Deere.
Yeah, the 1025 is a great.
I've had one of those now for 10 years, 11 years.
Yeah.
So love it.
What do you love most? What's the best feature?
Because it's a transformer.
Yeah.
I can transform from a lawnmower to a backhoe excavator in 15 minutes or less, right?
Well, and that's I've got the Kubota BX23S, and I always call it a Swiss Army knife of tractors because you kind of do a little bit of everything. It's not the greatest at everything, but it'll do a lot.
And even though they make fun of the prices of both the Kubotas and the Deeres, there's a lot of value there.
There absolutely is.
The amount of money those things cost you, what you can actually get accomplished if you're determined, it's really amazing.
Well, and what I paid for it versus what it's still worth now 5 years later is amazing.
It really is, yeah.
So, one thing you hate about it?
Lack of hydraulics. I would like to be able to run hydraulic attachments, front powered hydraulic attachments. Now I have a partner with Hydros Plus that improves that, but it's costly and it ought to be built into the tractor.
Yeah.
So that's it.
So I think I know the answer to this then, but if you were shopping for a subcompact tractor today, would you buy one of those?
I would look strongly at the 1025R, but I must say I've just left the Coyote booth, and the Coyote has the very first air-conditioned cab, sound isolated a bit too, for a subcompact tractor.
Really?
If we're looking at subcompact right now, I would give a good look at the Coyote.
Yeah. All right, that's good info. Tim, thanks for talking to us, man.
Thank you.
Enjoy your show.
How are you doing, big guy?
All right, well, I finally caught up here with Brock. Brock, do you have a tractor?
No. Yeah, I do. I got the TYM 574. I just sold my John Deere.
Yeah, okay. So you've got the 574. What do you love about that tractor?
Well, two things really. It's the lift capacity and it's the mechanical fuel injection. I did a comparison series where I made a video on every single model of comparable tractor from every brand. It's like 11 videos to cover every brand. And there's not a tractor in that price range that will lift that much. And as I said about the mechanical fuel injection, it's saving you all that unnecessary electronics. And those were the selling points to me.
Yeah.
Now, I also want to say that the tractor yard provided me with that tractor to use, so my opinion could be biased. But those are real reasons why I think it's the best.
Yeah. Well, that's the reason I went with the 4820. Tractor Yard did not supply me with a tractor. I bought it. But I did get a discount from Station 23. Yep. So I'll share that. What do you hate about that tractor?
Very little.
Hank said he hates the cup holders.
So I'm an odd duck. Could people talk about cup holders? I never carry a drink with me. I'm too absent-minded. I lose it everywhere I go. So
actually, I don't even know if his is a 574. I can't remember. Maybe he has a 654.
I did a video.
No, it's a 540.
574.
I appreciate your input. So I did a video titled like 5 things I don't like about it, but they were so minor I can't remember them. Oh, there is one. You cannot disable the auto throttle. You actually can, but there's not a button. If you want to disable auto throttle on that tractor, there's a little cable that you pop off of the throttle body.
Yeah. I think it's the same way on mine. Yeah.
And I love auto throttle, but I think you should be able to shut it off for times you don't want it.
Yeah. Well, like several of the people I've talked to, you're sponsored and that's why you have that tractor. But if you were shopping for a tractor today and you're going to go buy one, would you buy that tractor?
I would, because I think that the Kubota version might be the best, and the Yanmar might be the best. There's machines you can make a case for them being the best, but I don't treat equipment reviews as if they were all free.
Right.
And that's a $35,000 machine. The next cheapest is about $40,000 for the LS, and you're at $60,000 for Kubota and John Deere.
Right.
And $25,000 price difference matters to me, so
Absolutely.
I would buy it.
It matters to most of us. Caden, what do you think?
Don't get the expensive ones.
All right, Brock. Thanks, man. Enjoy your show.
Catching up with you.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm in the Kubota booth with none other than Ed from My Cluttered Garage. Ed,
good to see you, man.
It's good to see you again. So I'm asking everybody, what kind of tractor do you have?
I have a Kubota B2601.
Right.
And I've had that for about 5 years now.
Yeah.
I actually had that. I got the tractor before I started my channel.
Okay.
And I started to upload content with the tractor, which is what people seem to enjoy watching.
Which is kind of the same route that I took with my BX.
Yeah.
You know, I got it before I started the channel and then just started making content with it.
Right.
It was a good fit. So what do you love about the 2601?
What I love about it, first of all, it's been super reliable. I haven't had a single issue with it. And anybody who watches my channel knows that I work that little tractor.
Yeah.
I push it to its limits, maybe a little over sometimes, but it has been flawlessly reliable.
Yeah. Well, you're even using like stump grinders and do you have a mulcher?
I've got the brush mulcher from Baumolite, the MP348, which that attachment alone weighs 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
Do you have one of those, right?
Yeah, I've got the 60, but I'm using it on a 48 horse tractor.
Okay.
I mean, they're aggressive attachments, so that 2601 running that.
It's a lot.
Impressive.
It's a lot, but it does it.
Yeah.
And I've also got a 24-inch stump grinder, and Baumolite sent me the smaller stump grinder, which is really right size for that tractor.
Right.
But that's you're probably going to ask what I don't like about the tractor next.
Yes, actually, I'm a little more aggressive with it. What do you hate about it?
So I don't hate anything about it. I honestly don't. I really don't. But what
I know your personality. You probably don't hate anything.
No. You know what I hate about it? I hate, these are petty things. I hate the cheap rubber floor mat.
Yeah.
That twists under your feet when you go to move.
Right.
I don't mind the treadle pedal, but the one on the B2601 is kind of stiff.
Oh yeah.
Of some of the other tractors, for whatever reason, they're easier, and that one's a real stiff pedal.
You know, I didn't mention that on mine. I had a different hate for my new TYM, but the pedals, the hydrostat pedals on it are really stiff. I have to use the cruise because it wears my foot out to run
it's a lot of resistance coming
I'm
back
hoping
on
it breaks in.
Yeah.
So my next question is, if you were shopping for a tractor today, would you buy that tractor again?
I would not buy it again, but not because of the tractor.
Right.
It fit my needs when I had 4 acres, but now we've got 33 acres, and I'm at a point where my loader capacity is limited. I need more PTO horsepower.
Yeah.
It's a great tractor for a smaller property, or depending on what you're doing with it. So I wouldn't buy it again for my needs, but if somebody is looking for a tractor in that compact tractor size, I would recommend it wholeheartedly. It's great machine.
But you're also leaning towards something bigger because you've grown. You've got more land. You've got more hobbies and things you're into.
I've grown. I've got bigger attachments, and
do you have something?
Firewood.
Do you have something that you're looking at, or one that catches your eye that you're interested in?
No. Anything with a higher lift capacity and higher PTO horsepower. I'm not committed to Kubota. I love them as a company, but there are some of these other companies like LS, TYM. That they offer not only a good price, but their specifications are pretty impressive.
Right, and it sounds like you're exactly where I was 6 months ago when I started my quest to upgrade tractors.
Yeah.
And I went to each of the brands thinking, well, I'll research them and I'll find out what's the best value. And honestly, there are good things about all of them. And there are things that are a little more affordable, but there are trade-offs. So it's a tough decision. I don't envy you in having to try to figure out what you're going to do.
And I feel like these days they're all pretty good.
Yeah.
If you listen to the internet, they're all junk. Every one of them is
for the comment sections anyway.
Right. Yep. Everybody has something negative to say about all of them. So, but anyway, I just know that I'm at a point where I need to grow.
Yeah.
And I'm open to really anyone at this point.
Sounds good. Well, Ed, thanks for taking the time to talk to us. Always good to see you.
Always great
Enjoy
to
your
see
show.
you, man. Thank you.
Take care. All right. Well, Caden and I have had a good time at the National Farm Machinery Show this year, and we've talked to just about every YouTuber we could find to tell us about their tractor. So
we missed Adam.
Yeah, we missed Adam from Hometown Acres. We've passed him several times, but he was talking or we were talking and we didn't get to him. But aside from that, I think we got just about everybody we know. It's been a good time. What tractor do you own?
Kubota BX.
Kubota BX. What do you love about it?
The grapple.
The grapple? And what do you hate about it?
It's not big.
It's not big, that's right. That's why we got the TYM. Would you buy one again?
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys,
It gave us a lot of work.
it did. We got a lot of work done with that Kubota. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video and getting to see everybody at the National Farm Machinery Show. Till next time, get outside and enjoy God's creation because it's beautiful out there. Y'all have a good day.